every day is surreal. That it's happening is so exciting. I mean, again, it's a show about two guys wanting to take their show to Broadway, written by two guys who never thought this show would go to Broadway. So it's unbelievable.
How excited are you to be bringing this to Broadway?
I am so excited. We've been, I've been in love with this musical for about 17 years, and so to actually get to do it on Broadway is a total dream come true.
So what's it been like taking it to Broadway now with these two?
It's been amazing. I've worked on trying to hatch something with Josh Gad for years and years and years. And so the opportunity to get to do something with Josh and Andrew, who I fell in love with watching Book of Mormon many years ago, to get to actually work in a room with them, it's incredible.
Okay, let's talk about what it's like being in the rehearsal room with those two comic geniuses.
Yes, it is very fun. And it is hard to stay focused because they're always cracking me up. So, we're getting a lot of work done. And what's incredible is on other shows, you have other characters that come in, or other people that sing songs. You get time off stage, or a stagehand moves a thing, and you get to not do that. They're doing everything. They're moving all the props, all the scenery, playing 50-some characters. They go through something like 140 hats in the show, playing all these different characters. It is incredible. It's one of those shows that we grew up on, like Stones' Pockets, that kind of thing, like Oh Hello, where you're just blown away by two comics' virtuosity.
So take me back to the beginning. How did you come up with this incredible idea?
It started when I was an intern at the Manhattan Theater Club in the musical theater department. And all I would do is go to readings of new musicals and read new musicals. And usually they would come with a CD of songs, often sung by the author. And they were full of so much passion. Some of them weren't very good, but they were so specific and so
specific.
So, yeah. And we started talking about who are these people? What are their lives? How do they get so excited about such a weird idea? And it led to what is a weird idea that we could explore? And it was Johann Gutenberg inventing the printing press.
Because audiences have already fallen in love with this. How do you describe this musical to people that ask you?
Wow. I mean, I would say it's about two guys with a big idea that's so big that they can't actually reproduce it with the resources they have, but they're going to try anyway. They're going to try to recreate a Cast of Thousands musical with just the two of them and a whole bunch of hats, so they can literally wear different hats and play different roles. They can make sounds with their mouths and create all the sound effects. They can tell you to imagine all the scenery. It's just the pure inventiveness of theater, no matter how wrong-headed that gets.
So I was going to ask you, what is it like just working with two people? You've done it before, but you do these massive musicals too, which I don't know how you do those either.
Yeah.
But what's it like just working with two people putting a show together?
It's extraordinary to strip everything away, to not really be relying on design or spectacle at all, and just be about just two human beings in a theater connecting with the audience and just focusing on the comedy. I work a lot with John Mulaney on his stand-up specials. I did the Pee Wee show, and my background before theater was improv and sketch comedy. That's how I got into theater. So reconnecting with that is just it's awesome.
So take me back to the beginning when you first got this from Anthony and Scott.
Yeah.
What made you say the first time around, I want to direct this?
I fell in love with this because it's so scrappy and smart. It's, the conceit, it's a high concept comedy. It's a backer's audition for a musical. So it's these two writers pitching it, but these writers don't know a lot about their subject, so they've had to make up a ton. And what I loved about it is it uses DIY theater techniques, sort of in the vein of Peter and the Starcatcher and Robert Bridegroom, to just conjure these whole worlds. But the comedy is so sharp and funny. Anthony and Scott write on Broad City, Wet Hot American Summer, so it's got this really kind of edgy left of center kind of comedic vibe, and that's one of the things I fell in love with.
So many of us think this is the perfect show right now for Broadway. What do you each hope audiences take away after seeing this?
I hope that it's such a chaotic time in the world right now that I hope it is a place where for 2 hours people get to just feel joy and warmth and laugh together. It's the show, especially with Josh and Andrew, it's full of so much warmth. Their friendship is so front and center, and you just can't help rooting for them. And so that's what I hope is it's a place of solace in this insane world right now.
That's always been what theater has been for me, I think for both of us, I think for a lot of people. We grew up together, we met in middle school, we did theater together. that's a chaotic time, you know, and theater was this place where you can just create a shared reality that makes sense. Maybe not to anybody else, but it does to the
Yeah.
two of you, and then you can, starting from that, you can really get somewhere.
So I feel like one of the things that this is just like a vehicle for joy, and it is so fun, and it is like hilarious from the beginning to the end, and then a little moving and hopeful at the end as well. And so for me, like when I go to a theater, I want like a really big, vivid experience, and this thing, hopefully you're leave floating on a cloud and just delighting in these two brilliant performers who are a great comedy duo.